Hi friends, welcome to my channel. This is Martha with Bird & Barn Designs, and I am bringing you an exciting new product launch and a collaboration with Lavish Laces. And Bird & Barn Designs is releasing some wonderful new storage solutions for your craft room, and I will show you those products in just a moment. But first I want to unbox a wonderful package that Sweet Jaizella with Lavish Laces sent to me along with all of my design team members, and we are going to use the products in this box to decorate the new products released by Bird & Barn Designs. So let's open this box. I have had this box for about a week or so, and I've been dying to open it, but I had to wait until I was ready to do the video. So let's get into it. Anytime I get a box, let's see, I undid it, but I did not open it yet. So let me get this open. Anytime I get a box from Jaizella, I get so excited because I know it is filled with beautiful things. And I had just placed an order with Jaizella right before we decided to do the collaboration. So she included that in the box. We'll look at this one in a minute. But I want to give attention to the beautiful things that we will be using in our designs. Let's see here. I'm reading a quick note that she sent along with this. Okay, so here is Jaizella's information. It is Lavish Laces. She specializes in vintage laces and trims, and oh my goodness, if you haven't been to her Etsy shop yet, you have to run over there and see all of the goodies. And I just saw a Facebook post the other day where she released some new trims that she had gotten, and they are gorgeous. So here is her Etsy shop, and I will link that in the description box as well, so you can just click on that and it'll take you right there. So let's put her card over here and see what is in here. Let's get this box off my desk because I have limited space here in my little craft area. So anytime I've gotten anything from her shop, I have been so thrilled. You'll see these little spools on my desk here. These are Lavish Laces from orders I've gotten in the past. And I have a whole wooden box filled with these spools that are just dedicated to Lavish Laces. I like to keep them separate because when I get something really truly special, like look at this beauty here, and this one is my absolute favorite. When I get something special like that, I like to put it aside in a special place so I know that that was specifically from her shop, and I can call attention to that. And those are my go-tos when I'm making a really special project. So, oh my goodness, look at this. Look at these beautifully wrapped packages. She takes so much care in everything that she prepares. If you've ever watched one of her pack and order with me videos, you'll see how she does all of this. And let me tell you, we'll open this last because this is my absolute favorite thing in her shop, is when she does the vintage lace grab bags. They are absolutely outstanding. So let's just take a look here. We've got some laces and trims. We've got some beautiful ephemera and goodies for our next project. We'll be doing a project this month with the physical items, and next month we'll be doing a project with some digitals that I'm working on. I'm not a digital designer. I play around with it, and every once in a while when my friends ask me to create something that they can't find, I'll hop on there and do that. So we are working on something for that as well. Let me set this down here and we'll concentrate on the laces first. Look at this beauty. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's two here. Look at that. That is so pretty. Look at all the detail here. Pretty trim. That will make a beautiful pocket. It would be beautiful wrapped around the spine of a journal. I can think of so many sewing projects I can use that for. That is stunning. And then look at this one. Look at the beautiful flowers in that. I love the movement that it has with the pretty detail there. That's one of the ones with the raised texture on it, so it's got some beautiful dimension to it. And I love the pretty scallopy edges. That is another gorgeous one. That is beautiful, Jaizella. Thank you. And then this one, look at this one. That one's beautiful as well. A little bit of stretch to it, not much, but that is gorgeous. I love it. So, so pretty. Oh my heavens, I cannot wait to play. So that was the first little package, and let's see, how can we do this in my limited area? Let's just start piling them up so we can admire their beauty. So that's package one. Then we'll go to this one. This one is gorgeous as well. I love this creamy color. That is so pretty. And here we go with this one. So we've got this dainty little sweet trim here. Let's see, I'm tangled up. This pretty little trim here. This is so pretty for edging on tags and pages in our journals. This would make a sweet little trim on a sewing project, on a pillow, or a little bag. I think that is precious. I love that. So we're going to put that over here. And then here's a sweet little ribbon-ish trim in a soft, soft pink. I don't know if you can tell on my backdrop here. Let's see. So that is just a beautiful pink. And I just love that one. It's so, so soft. So beautiful. And this one, I have to tell you, I am a pink girl, but I am so into the blues and the sage greens right now. I want to do a project with a dusty blue or a French blue. This is going to be perfect. I love that. And look at the little leaf detail in there with the threads, the silky little threads. How beautiful is that? Oh, Jaizella, I'm thrilled. This is so fun. And then this one. This is like a buttery yellow, actually. Look at how pretty. It's, oh, this is really unusual. Look at the lace is encased. If I can get my fingers to work. The lace is encased in this beautiful sheer buttery yellow. Look at that. I have not seen anything like this, Jaizella. This is beautiful. Oh boy, that is going to take something special to use on. That is gorgeous. That color is just dreamy. And then we've got some more little goodies here. Let's see what these are. She's got them all lined up there so neatly. I hate to rifle through the packages. I won't get them back in there as pretty. So here's a beautiful pink ribbon. Look how pretty that looks with my backdrop. Oh, that is gorgeous. Satin ribbon, just beautiful. And that has a special place already. I already know. That is gorgeous. And look at this little fun one. It's little sequins in the middle of the piping. How pretty is that? In a beautiful white iridescent sequin. I hope that's picking up the sparkle in that. That is gorgeous. Excuse me. We've got weather like crazy out here in southern Indiana, and it is coming into allergy season. We're all kind of a wreck. And look at this sweet little one. Oh, that is precious. That is beautiful too. A simple, sweet little scalloped edging with a little eyelash detail there. and it's so sheer and so delicate. That is lovely. That's got really that vintage look, doesn't it? And then another sweet little one. Oh goodness, I love these that you can intertwine the ribbon in, or if you had a piece of piping, or on the wider ones of these, even if you took another narrow lace and put it through there and made like a double lace, that would be beautiful. That is so pretty. Such generous amounts you sent us, Jaizella. Thank you so very much. And look at the little appliques. These are so pretty. Look at the shimmery threads in there. And I love the little dangly effect. Boy, I could see a lot of uses for that. That could be wrapped around a spine as well. Oh, could you see this? Do a journal and put these down the spine. And then these little things would wrap around your book. How cute would that be? You could even put a pretty little vintage button in between those. Oh, I have ideas. That is so pretty. I love those. I'm on an applique kick right now too. I love to use the appliques. And here is our last lace pack. And this is filled with beautiful little goodies too. I was just telling my sweet friend Deb the other day that I am on the hunt for little delicate narrow laces. And oh my goodness, look at this one. Oh my goodness, this is the most delicate, beautiful little tiny lace I have ever seen, I think. Look at the little circle detail. Look at the tiny little threads in there. I hope you can see that. Let me put my light a little bit better. Look at how delicate. That is so beautiful. Let's see if I can put it on. What do I have here? Let me move my little spool and we'll put it on that so you can see. Look at how intricate that one is. That is spectacular. Thank you, Jaizella. That is beautiful. I don't know where she finds all of her goodies, but oh my heavens, she has the best selection. Oh, I am going to treasure that one. That is precious. And this pretty one. Sometimes we just need a simple edging or a simple top if you're doing a pocket or a tag and you just want something to add a little texture on there. That is so, so pretty. Just beautiful. I've got quite the pretty little stash going on over there, don't I? And then a beautiful crochet lace. I think these have such a vintage feel. I just absolutely love that. That is so, so pretty. That coloring is gorgeous. You cannot go wrong with a pretty crochet lace. And here's a little cotton trim. How pretty is that? Just a pretty little detail on the bottom. You can insert that in between something. That is so, so gorgeous. This gives me a real old feel too, like I would see that on my grandma's apron or a pretty pillow. That is so gorgeous. I love that. And then lastly, we have another one where you can weave the ribbons in and out. I had been calling this an insertion lace, and I don't think that that is the correct term, but I think that that is so, so pretty. I have to ask Jaizella what you actually call that, so I'm correct in my terminology. But I love that. That is so delicate. It's like a net lace, the pretty little embroidered flowers on there, and then the little slots where you can insert your pretty ribbons. This one, I would almost hate, well, I guess if you put your ribbon in correctly, you don't want to cover up, so you'd want to go down and up and down and up. But I could even see a delicate little tiny ribbon tied into a little bow. loop it through each one of those things and put tiny little bows all along there. How cute would that be? So that is the laces and the trims. Oh, Jaizella, thank you so very much. I am so excited to collaborate with Jaizella. Not only does she have the most beautiful laces and trims and ephemera in her shop, but she is the absolute sweetest lady. She is so pleasant and easy to work with, and just gives such detail to everything she sends out. I just really, you know, sometimes you come across good humans in the world and it just makes your heart happy, and that is Jaizella to me. I've never met her in person. I'd love to one day. I know she does a lot of craft retreats and things, and maybe one day we'll get to meet, but for now, I just treasure getting to know her. So this is the ephemera. You'll see all of the beautiful laces and trims. She's got vintage, she's got French, all of the goodies there, the appliques. But she also has beautiful ephemera that we love to use in our journals. And this is a gorgeous French ledger. I've had several of these before from her, and I use them sparingly because they are so, so pretty. And I've got to quit hoarding. I've got to get out and use it, but it's so hard to cut up something so pretty sometimes. I have to admire it first. So look at these little treasures of, oh my goodness, this is so cute. It's on a heavy, heavy cardboard. Jules Fesser Photographe. That is a pretty little French backing on there. And look at these sweet little people. Oh my goodness. Looks like a little brother and a sissy. Look at his little hat. Such a little gentleman. She's got a little umbrella. Oh gosh, that is so sweet. I love that. And then here is a letter. Let's see if I can make out the date. I don't know if I can make out the date on that. It's folded like, oh, let's see. No, I can't. It's folded Jane Austen style, which I love. We love the Jane Austen fold. And you open it up and look at that yummy paper. So vintagey. And look at this. Oh, goodness. This looks like it is a document, French document. I wish I could tell you what. Société something par actions. I wonder if this is a court, like a notary document or a court document. It's got the date, 1882, and then some little lines of what it was. That is so fun. I love that. We've got one entry up here. Look at the beautiful numbers and the beautiful writing. That is amazing. I love that. So let's see. I'll take the time to fold that properly after the video. And then we've got some other wonderful photos. I love these photos. Oh, look at the little buggy with the mommy and the, looks like the big sibling, sissy or brother. This gentleman, he's all dressed up very dapper. And then this lady, she looks like she's in a park around some water or something somewhere. Striking a pose. I love that. And here is an envelope, airmail. That is 1958. Look at the wonderful stamps on there. The beautiful writing on the address. I love embellishing these with laces and trims and putting a pretty tag or something inside of it. And we've got some Kodak moments here. Let's see what these are. Ooh, negatives. Look at this. I love a good negative. So we've got some people in that one. This looks like a house with some people over here. You can kind of see the house there and the people and the tree. How fun is that? And this looks like possibly an aerial shot of a property. Looks like this could be roads or something, and maybe a dwelling right there. Oh, how fun. I have to consult my mixed media friends about what fun thing to do with the negatives. I have a couple ladies that are experts in mixed media that I admire so much. And oh, look at this. A vintage postcard. Look at that beautiful writing. Mademoiselle Marie Legal. So gorgeous. Look at her beautiful dress. He's dressed so handsome. And it's got the touches of the color in there. And the beautiful stamp up here. I love it. Thank you so much. And another one of a beautiful cathedral. This is Notre Dame. How gorgeous is that? Look at the coloring on that. That is so, so pretty. I am doing a prayer journal. I keep talking about it. I've got to get it started, but I'm collecting all kinds of ephemera. That'll be perfect in there. And then here's a beautiful scene of maybe the French countryside. Let's see if it says. I don't know that it says. It looks like it's from 1904. That is lovely. And then look at these. It's the paper we all love. Beautiful, beautiful French book page. It's got that lovely patina on there. Is that what they call foxing, I think? Just beautiful. So many pretty pages. I wish I could speak French. It's such a romantic language. Look at how pretty. Those will go to very good use. I was researching this morning and I found several projects to do with book pages. And then look at this. This looks like a orchestral arrangement by Andre Hornez. Music by Paul Mizrachi. Mizrachi. I'm butchering those names, I'm sure. But look at how fun that is. So, so pretty. Copyright 1950. That is beautiful too. And look at this. I am in awe of this one. This is an enormously big rag paper book page. Folio out of a book page. Out of a book, I'm sorry. Look at how beautiful. Oh my heavens. Oh goodness. I've got to put my thinking cap on about this one. This one needs something very special. I've never seen a rag paper book page this large. This is fantastic. Look at that. I don't have the heart to cut that up. I have to think of something to do with that hole. And then we get to our beautiful ledger pages. These are so thick and sturdy. I just love them. Got the pretty stamped numbers on there. And then here is another one with the beautiful writing in here. Look at how big that is. That is going to be fun. You could almost fold this up and make a beautiful folio. Back it with something and have this be the cover. That is so, so gorgeous. Jaizella, thank you so very much. I am so excited to collaborate with you on the Bird and Barn projects. I just knew you would be the perfect one to help us launch this little line of goodies that we're going to be showing. Let's see, I think hopefully you can see those in my picture. I'm going to leave those up there. Your products are among my absolute favorite I've ever come across, so I am honored and thrilled and grateful and all the foofy lovely words that I can think of to say to be collaborating with you. Oh, you know what? I set that aside and we didn't open it. We've got to open it. This was part of the package too. I said that was my favorite thing in her shop, and I tucked it away and buried it in all these other lovely goodies. So let's give some much needed attention to this package. So these are her vintage lace grab bags, and every so often she'll put them in her shop, and she puts just beautiful vintage pieces in there that you can't, I think you can no longer get them in the shop. So look at how pretty. The colors on these vintage grab bags just make my heart happy. Look at this one. How lovely is that? That is spectacular. Oh, it's so soft. This reminds me of a lace that you would see on one of the French sample laces. That is gorgeous. Oh, I'm excited. And then here is this one. Look at this sweet little trim. That is beautiful. Another one of the little dainty ones. I love that. And then we've got this one. Make sure I get the right side. Look at how beautiful. Oh my goodness. Jaizella, you outdid yourself on this one. This is a lovely package. Look at that. That is so yummy. I want to do a vintage journal with no digitals. I want to use all vintage book page and ledgers and papers and vintage trims. I can see that being perfect for something like that. And a beautiful applique. Oh my heavens, Jaizella, that is the most beautiful vintage grab bag I think I've ever seen. Look at that. I need to keep this all over here so I know to put it back in the grab bag. Thank you so much. I'm truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for sending me this lovely package, but also to each one of the design team members. That is a lot to send to gift someone. So I just hope that you're pleased with what we do with everything, and that we give you the honor that you deserve, because you truly have an outstanding shop. So that being said, let's see what we're going to use all these goodies on. Bird and Barn Designs, which is my Etsy shop, in collaboration with my daughter and son-in-law, Ty and Lindsay Higgins, who own Red Hill Fiber Mill. Ty and I put our heads together and we designed these little goodies. I'll come up with an idea and send it over to him, and he's an engineer by trade, and he makes the magic happen. And I'll send him something and he'll play with it a minute, and he'll send it back and say, well, how do you like this? And he'll add his perspective to it and improvements. Maybe he can improve on my idea or just make my vision come to life if I describe something to him, and then he makes it happen. So we collaborate together on that. So they will be linked in the description box as well. They have a fiber mill, they create yarn, and they do DTF transfer work, sweatshirts, t-shirts, all of that, and then they do the laser cutting as well. And they have some laser items for knitting and crocheting in their shop, and we decided that we wanted to merge our two communities, the fiber community with the craft community, and create some beautiful storage solutions for the craft community. So this is our first item. This is a floss a floss bobbin. I'm stumbly today. This is a floss bobbin, and you can use this for your embroidery threads, your tatting threads. Let's see, look how cute it would be for some of the narrow laces. Look at how pretty that would be on there. So cute. So you can put all of your little goodies. If you use the narrow trims, you could put 2 or 3 on there. They are all engraved. The back is plain. We left that plain. And then you can alter these in any way you want. You can leave them as is because they're beautiful, just the way they are. You can paint them. You can stain them. You can decoupage. So say this is got the pretty engraving on it. We left the back plain, so you can do some some decoupage on there. Use your napkins, your pretty decoupage paper, your rice paper. You can do that. You can do it that way. You could whitewash it. You could sponge it and just put a hint of color on it. So all kinds of ways you can use these. And these come in a set of 6. So that is a good number. Then if you need to add an additional set, you'll get them in sets of 6. And I just think they're wonderful for the storage. So that is the first item. The second item, we'll put this over here so we remember that's for your floss. The second item I'm really excited about. You know how we all use our vintage rulers to wrap lace around? Well, we can't always find those rulers. They're really hard to find. And I got some just old wooden ones from like the Dollar Tree at one point, and like they had a plastic trim on them and the trim came off and they were just a disaster. So I thought we needed something to wrap our ribbons around. So look at this. We're calling these ribbon wraps. And they also could be used for laces. So these have the beautiful detail. We tried to incorporate a similar design, so it's a collection. So you'll see down here on the bottom is the same as this, and then Ty brought this up and added to it on the top. One of our designers, Laura, mentioned in her video the other day, Laura from the Shabby Dollhouse, that this reminds her of a corset, which it does. So there again, the back is plain, so you can do whatever you want to that. Same thing, you can stain them, you can decoupage them, you can paint them, you can whitewash them. You could decoupage little things, which I'm thinking of my project. You could put, since you're not wrapping something around here, you could put a little embellishment in there. If you wanted to leave this plain, you could do a little decoupage here and here. So lots of different ways you can use this. And the third item in the collection, I do not have in hand. I sent my third item in a package to Jaizella, and I didn't want her to wait for it until we could get it cut. So what I suggest, and add a little mystery to this little project, is you all head over to my designers unboxing videos and see what that third product is. And it is fabulous and you are going to love it. This was a dream of mine. I have been thinking about it for a while. Ty brought it into reality for me, and I am so over the moon with this third product. So you hop over to the designers. They are all linked in the video. And with that being said, I want to introduce you to my design team. I have got Deb Ham with Dutch Rich Primitives. I've got Laura Bourgeois with the Shabby Dollhouse. I've got Patrice Carroll with Forever Moment Designs, and we have Christina Demers, and she is with the Paper Playhouse. So those are the designers, and then we sent a kit to Jaizella, and I'll be anxious to see what her opinion is. I wanted to make sure she got the kit since she sells all these lovely products in her shop. I wanted her her honest feedback on these products and what she thought about them, so she got a kit as well. So we'll see what she does with her goodies also. So this is the new launch of Bird and Barn Designs in collaboration with Jaizella of Lavish Laces. Again, here is her card. She will be linked in my description box, as will all of my designers and Red Hill Fiber, who manufactures our goodies for us. So thank you all for watching. This is part 1 of all of the videos. Most of my designers have their videos up already, so hop on over. You're going to want to subscribe and follow them if you don't already, because they are fantastic They make the most beautiful projects. So not only do you want to keep up on what we're launching, you want to see what they do as well, as far as a creator. And then if you're not a follower of mine already and happen to see this video, I hope that you hit subscribe and follow me. We'll be doing launches periodically. We're going to do launches of the wooden products. They will not always be storage solutions. They will be other things that you can use in your crafting. I have a laundry list of ideas, so we're going to keep Ty busy with the laser cutter. So I thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day, and follow everybody, show everybody some love. Lavish Laces is also on Instagram as well, so we want to follow her there too. And we look forward to seeing all of your comments. And please tell me what you think of these. When you see the videos, let us know what you think. If you have an idea that you would like to see come to fruition, pop that in the comment or message me directly, inbox me, because we are open to all kinds of possibilities. I don't have all of the ideas, so if there's something you can't find for your craft room or your projects that you would love to see, let us know and we will be happy to put that into motion for you. So thank you all again. I'm going to end this and quit talking. I keep thinking of something else to say. Have a blessed day. Thank you all so much for your support. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, guys. Bye.